What happens when we die? Is it the end? Or is it the start of a brand new adventure? What if life after death is a journey that takes us closer to God? Hi, I'm Alan from the Grove Cat. And in today's episode, we're diving into the Urantia book to explore what happens after life and how our souls grow in the universe. So let's find this out. What's next? Have you ever wondered what comes after this life? The Urantia book has a detailed story about the afterlife and what it's like a roadmap, if you want, for our soul's next step. So it's not just heaven or nothing. It's actually something much different than that, or bigger anyway than that. So it's an exciting journey through the universe. So today we'll talk about the Urantia life, okay, the path to paradise, and how we keep growing forever. So let's get there and see what the afterlife has in store for us. So let's start with what happens right after we leave Earth. The Urantia book, chapter 47, talks about something called Urantia life. So Urantia is a fancy word for the soul. So basically it's a mix of your spirit and a new kind of body that it's not quite physical. So after we die, we wake up on a special place called the mentioned world. So these mentioned worlds are like schools in the universe where our soul learn and grow. Kind of go there and kind of having a brainstorming to see what we did right, what we did wrong, and what we should do next, pretty much. So each world is a step up, teaching us new things about love, wisdom, and God. It's like going from one grade to the next, but instead of math or science, we're learning how to be better, more spiritual people. Now, the mentioned worlds are just the start, actually, of this big journey called the Ascension Plan or the Ascension Process. The Urantia book says after we leave Earth, we travel through our local universe, Nebadon, and we keep moving towards paradise. So you remember it was around like this. So in this universe, we tend to try to go towards the center. So that's how it's built, or explained that it's built in the Urantia book. So on each step, we visit a new world, we meet other beings, and we grow spiritually. So we learn to be kinder, wiser, and more connected to God. It's like a cosmic road trip where every step makes you a better version of yourself. So getting you ready to actually meet God in paradise. And what I find in this that's actually really that really got me interested also in this is that it's a journey that really never ends. The Urantia book says we keep growing forever, getting closer and closer to God, consciousness, and that's when we fully understand God and purpose. But even then, when we reach paradise, there's always more to learn and explore. So it's like being on an endless adventure where you keep getting better and wiser, and that is forever. The idea that our souls are built to grow eternally, always moving toward God, that was a very interesting thing for me. Like, it's always improve, always get better. This idea of an afterlife journey might sound familiar if you know about other spiritual teaching. For example, in Theosophy, that I've talked a few times already, um, there are astral planes, so where spiritual realms, if you want, where souls go after death to learn and grow. In Tibetan Buddhism, there's the bardo. It's a state between lives where the soul prepares for its next step. So in the Urantia book, Morantia life and the ascension process, it's similar. So it's a journey towards the spiritual worlds to grow closer to the divine. What really amazed me with the Urantia book is that no matter where you look, no matter what's the religion that you follow or you know about, there's always something in the Urantia book that links all of this together, saying, see, those things are good. Those other religion are all good. So just pick one that fits you and understand how that goes. And that's how you get closer to God, or whatever the name of the religion gives to this supreme being. So that's something that's good. Today we've learned from the Urantia book that the afterlife is a journey of growth, and it's starting with the Morantia life on a mentioned world where we traveled through the universe step by step, growing wiser and closer to God in an eternal adventure. I think it's a very hopeful picture of a life that never stops getting better. So here's my question of the episode. So does the idea of eternal growth and progression inspire you to live differently now? Maybe it's just about taking small steps to be kinder, wiser today, just to do it. That's pretty much that. So next time, episode 10, which will be the last episode, we'll explore how the Urantia book actually fits into modern esotericism and spiritual thoughts. So you don't want to miss it, for sure. You know the drill by now. Like, subscribe, share, and of course click the bell so that you get notified when the episode will come up. So in the meantime, see you later and keep shining like the stars. Take care.